Good evening and a very warm welcome to the KDF Weekly Bulletin, your trusted source for weekly updates on defense military activities, from operational highlights to the latest developments at the Ministry of Defense. I am Sergeant Patience Asambu, and here are our top stories for tonight. His Excellency Honorable Dr. William Ruto inspects the stadium after the Stadia handover. General Kahariri visits Kenya Army and Kenya Air Force headquarters. Dr. Patrick Mariru inspects key government projects. Commander Kenya Army visits KDF troops in Somalia and Operation Amani Boni. KDF steps out for children with diabetes. We begin with our news item tonight, where His Excellency Honorable Dr. William Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, conducted an inspection tour of the Moi International Sports Complex, Kasarani. The facility, renovated and upgraded, is among the stadia being prepared for the upcoming African Nations Championship, CHAN 2024, and the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations. Earlier on, Honorable Soipan Tuya, the Cabinet Secretary for Defense, officially handed over the upgraded Nyayo National Stadium, Ulinzi Sports Complex, and Police Sacco Stadium to Honorable Salim Mvurya, the Cabinet Secretary for Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, ahead of the African Nations Championship CHAN 2024, which Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania will co-host. Similar to the Kasarani facility, these stadia were upgraded by the Ministry of Defense through the Kenya Defense Forces, reflecting the government's multi-agency approach in delivering strategic national infrastructure projects.
Honorable Tuya reaffirmed the Ministry of Defense commitment to supporting future infrastructure projects, particularly as Kenya prepares to co-host AFCON 2027.
The Ministry of Defense is very proud today that with the full support of all the other players, the Ministry of Defense, through the Kenya Defense Forces, has overseen the implementation of this project. Kasarani is complete, the attendant training fields are complete, and we are ready for CHAN.
Honorable Mvurya, who formally handed over the 3 stadia to Africa Nations Championship Local Organizing Committee Chair, Mr. Nicholas Musonye, extended gratitude to the Ministry of Defense for overseeing the upgrade works.
And this signifies that now we are moving into CHAN, and therefore I want to take this opportunity to thank the Ministry of Defense. The Ministry of Defense have worked with the Ministry of Sports and of course other government agencies to ensure that we are able to upgrade the infrastructure in readiness for CHAN.
The African Nations Championships 2024 tournament will be held from 2nd to 30th August across Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. Kenya is set to host the final match at Kasarani Stadium.
General Charles Kahariri, the Chief of the Defense Forces, visited the headquarters of the Kenya Army and the Kenya Air Force as part of the ongoing review of the purchase and maintenance plan for the 2025-2026 financial year. The purchase and maintenance plan is a critical component in sustaining the operational tempo, ensuring technological relevance, and enhancing the strategic agility of the Kenya Defense Forces. Take a look.
General Kahariri praised the personnel from the Kenya Army and the Kenya Air Force for their unwavering dedication to duty and continued mission readiness in service to the nation. He lauded the forward-looking and robust initiatives presented during the briefing, highlighting their potential to elevate both services to new levels of operational excellence and strategic capability. He reaffirmed the Defense Headquarters' commitment to supporting the Kenya Army and the Kenya Air Force in enhancing their capabilities, ensuring they remain equipped and prepared to fulfill their national responsibilities. The Chief of Defense Forces was hosted by Lieutenant General David Keter, Commander of the Kenya Army, and Major General Bernard Waliaula, Commander of the Kenya Air Force.
Dr. Patrick Mariru, the Principal Secretary for Defense, conducted an inspection tour of key government priority infrastructure projects in Kakamega, Nandi, and Uasin Gishu counties. The projects being implemented under the oversight of the Ministry of Defense through the Kenya Defense Forces form part of President William Ruto's directive for accelerated delivery of flagship national developments. Dr. Mariru was accompanied by Dr. Oma Oluga, the Principal Secretary for Medical Services, and Mr. Elijah Mwangi, the Principal Secretary for Sports, as part of a multi-sectoral government approach to fast-track implementation.
In Kakamega County, the delegation visited the Kakamega Level 6 Hospital. The hospital, a major healthcare infrastructure project in the region, is among those the President has directed to be completed within 6 months under the supervision of the Ministry of Defense. Dr. Mariru reiterated the government's commitment to ensuring the timely completion and operational readiness of the facility to serve the Western region. The team then proceeded to Nandi County, where they inspected the proposed site for the new Kipchoge Keino Sports Stadium at Kapsabet Showground. The Principal Secretary announced a collaborative effort between the Ministry of Defense and the Ministry of Sports to construct a 10,000-seater multi-sport facility named in honor of Olympic legend Kipchoge Keino. The stadium is expected to bolster sports development and nurture talent in the region. In Uasin Gishu County, the officials visited the Kipchoge Keino Stadium in Eldoret, where construction works are ongoing for the 15,000-seater facility. The stadium is being upgraded in preparation for the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations, which Kenya will co-host alongside Uganda and Tanzania. The Ministry of Defense is playing a leading role in overseeing the project to ensure it meets international standards within the set timelines.
Lieutenant General David Keter, the Commander Kenya Army, visited Kenya Defense Forces troops deployed under the African Union Support and Stabilization Mission in Somalia, AUSOM, and also Operation Amani Boni in Lamu County. The visits intended to reinforce and maintain troop morale as well as assess ongoing operations. In the visit to AUSOM troops, the Commander Kenya Army, accompanied by Brigadier Edward Banda, the Commander AUSOM Sector 2, visited Dobli, Afmado, and Kismayo.
Lieutenant General Keter commended troops for their commitment and sacrifice, acknowledging their steadfast efforts in the initial phase of AUSOM following the transition from the African Union Transition Mission in Somalia, ATMIS. He assured troops that his commandant leadership philosophy includes soldier-centric as a pillar, which emphasizes constant vigilance, discipline, and mission readiness. In the visit to troops deployment under Operation Amani Boni, the commander was received at the multi-agency headquarters by Brigadier Lazarus Wafula, the commander Kenya Navy Base Manda, and Colonel Christopher Boit, the Operation Amani Boni deputy commander. Lieutenant General Keter emphasized the critical role Operation Amani Boni plays in enhancing national security and supporting the development agenda along the Lapset corridor.
We must cooperate. We have no other choice. We must work as a team. And I was so happy when I met the soldiers in the Afmado, Doble na wale wako upande ya Kismayo. wako na ile moto yao, one team, one fight.
He commended the troops for their discipline, resilience, and unwavering dedication to securing the region against extremist threats.
Na mimi nataka mfanye kazi, let us support each other, let us work together as a team and make sure that always KDF inafanya nini? Bendera ina peperusha. Tunainua bendera ya KDF na sisi tunafanya kazi as a team.
Major General Bernard Waliaula, the Commander, Kenya Air Force, presided over opening ceremony of Senior Joint Command and Staff Course number 41 of 2025-2026 at the Joint Command and Staff College in Karen, marking the commencement of an intensive academic and professional program tailored for senior officers of the armed forces. Take a look.
Major General Waliaula underscored the importance of strategic thinking, jointness and interagency coordination in modern military operations. He urged participants to fully engage with the curriculum, which integrates academic rigor, strategic analysis and practical operational planning skills that are vital for current and future joint operations.
This course is not merely about absorbing information. It is about transformation. It is tailored to shape your worldview, expanding your strategic thinking and preparing you to lead in an increasingly complex security environment. You are not just here to learn what to think, but how to think, analytically, critically, and most importantly, ethically.
The course brings together 95 participants comprising officers from the Kenya Army, Kenya Air Force, and Kenya Navy, along with counterparts from allied nations.
Major General Paul Otieno, the Commander, Kenya Navy, visited Kenya Navy personnel stationed at Maritime Surveillance Squadron stations in Kilifi County. The visit focused on engaging with naval personnel and reinforcing the Kenya Navy's commitment to protect Kenya's territorial waters.
But one area of significance is in operations. And in operation, our topmost priority are people in what we consider the forward lines. So people who are most likely going to interact with the threats that we continue seeing.
Major General Otieno underscored the importance of advanced training, modern equipment, and continuous institutional support while conducting maritime security. He emphasized that the Kenya Navy operates with unity and a shared purpose in defending the country's maritime interests. He urged the personnel to remain vigilant and responsive, especially in the face of rising regional threats within the maritime domain.
We take a short break. We'll be back in a moment.
Mark your calendars for 20th July 2025 as our vibrant airborne fraternity comes together for an unforgettable cycling event kicking off from 7 a.m. at Ulinzi Sports Complex in Nairobi. This celebration of endurance, discipline and community spirit offers a race for everyone. Choose from an engaging 5-kilometer family circuit, a challenging 40-kilometer junior ride, a 60-kilometer intermediate test, or push your limits in the thrilling 120-kilometer elite circuit. Join us in fostering fitness and forging lasting connections that embody the true warrior spirit. Registration is now open at just 2,000 Kenya shillings for individuals and 9,000 Kenya shillings for groups of 5. Call 0120-302-276 for registration and tickets. Let's ride together to celebrate the Kenya Defence Forces Airborne Fraternity.
Welcome back. Major General George Ng'ang'a, the Director of Medical Services, led the Kenya Defence Forces team, united with Kenyans, in an annual diabetes walk held at Carnival Gardens, Nairobi County. The Kenya Defence Forces, acknowledging the growing challenge of diabetes management, participated in the effort, emphasizing the need to address diabetes and other non-communicable diseases in the society.
The high-profile event incorporated government agencies, the banking sector, media and civilian partners in a united front to support children with diabetes in acquiring proper testing kits and insulin needed for medication. The walk was flagged off by Dr. Isaac Bashir, the head of the division's cancer and non-communicable diseases, and saw participants cover a total of 12.6 kilometers. He lauded participants for turning up in large numbers and expressing willingness to support millions of children with diabetes from across the country.
As we gather for this year's diabetes walk, held under the powerful theme, Step Out for Children Living with Diabetes. This walk is not only a moment of solidarity, it is a public demonstration of our collective commitment to protecting the lives and futures of children living with diabetes across Kenya.
We are happy to be here as we continue to support DMI. We are always here every year and we pray to continue coming every year.
This year's walk was dedicated to promoting physical, mental, and societal well-being for those at risk or living with diabetes.
We crossed over to the coastal region where the Kenya Navy took part in Maritime Security and Pollution Response Exercise 2025 held in Mombasa. The week-long exercise was organized by the Kenya Maritime Authority in collaboration with the Indian Ocean Commission, bringing together maritime professionals, emergency teams, oil spill consultants, and regional partners for practical training on oil spill readiness and response.
Let this exercise be a benchmark for future drills and a reminder that together we are stronger, more capable, and more responsible towards our maritime domain.
As a major element of the regional maritime security architecture, which includes the Regional Maritime Information Fusion Center and the Regional Coordination Operations Center, the exercise aimed to strengthen national, regional, and interagency coordination while managing maritime pollution incidences. Key activities included offshore drills, simulated scenarios, and emergency responses, all designed to test and improve multi-agency response to maritime threats mitigation. Brigadier Mohammed Shemote, commander of the Kenya Navy Fleet, commended the participants for their dedication and professionalism. As maritime activities and environmental risks increase, Kenya's proactive approach sets a strong example for regional preparedness and environmental responsibility.
Kenya Navy Manda Base came alive with color, rhythm, and tradition during its annual Cultural Day, an event that brought together Kenya Navy Base Manda and Operation Amani Boni troops, U.S. soldiers domiciled at Camp Simba, and the traders from the local communities in a celebration of heritage and culture. The event aimed to deepen understanding and cooperation among the diverse groups operating from the base and served as a platform to showcase shared values and strengthen community ties.
The day began with a fire drill demonstration by the United States Army, highlighting their operational readiness and commitment to collective safety. Their engagement with local vendors purchasing handmade craft and artworks further underscored the spirit of friendship and cultural appreciation. Cultural performances followed, with the Abaluya community presenting an emotive depiction of their rite of passage ceremonies. The performance highlighted the significance of tradition in shaping identity and social bonds. The Maasai community showcased their rich heritage, known for their striking red shukas, intricate beadwork, traditional weaponry, and renowned warrior dances, captivating the audience with their powerful storytelling.
The Kenya Defence Forces troops deployed under Operation Amani Boni, led by Major Averestus Achachi, the officer commanding, conducted a key leader engagement with local elders representing the three main communities of Kiunga, Waboni, Bajuni, and Somali. The meeting marked a significant stride in strengthening collaboration between security stakeholders and local communities.
The engagement provided a vital platform to reaffirm the mandate of Operation Amani Boni troops and the broader mission of the Kenya Defence Forces, particularly the shared commitment to restoring and sustaining peace in the greater Kiunga region. The local leaders emphasized the importance of sustained collaboration across all fronts to secure long-term peace, stability, and development in the region. The engagement underscored a collective determination among community leaders and security agencies to confront the region's security challenges and pressing development needs through inclusive governance, coordinated efforts, and resource mobilization.
And with that, we conclude our weekly bulletin. Thank you for watching. We look forward to your feedback via our official social media handles and your viewership next Friday for the KDF Weekly Bulletin. I am Sergeant Patience Asambu. Goodbye.